Hello everybody, Mark here. Now this is going to be a slightly different video than normal because I've messed it up. I've been messing around with the buttons, trying to get the beeping noise when I pause and stop and all the rest of it. Ugh. I really don't like sort of technical stuff. Anyway, I've messed it up. Anyway, so I've had to start all over again. So I'm part way through this wrap. Now what I've done here is I've got this pulled pork with classic barbecue. I got that from Costco like a week ago. It's been in the fridge, cooked it up, I think it was yesterday. Anyway, I've done a load of sandwiches with it, and I'm going to be making a wrap today. Oh, and also the other thing I mentioned in the video before I messed it up was that what I did, I went down to the co-op today. Now, if you may be aware, some of you long-time viewers, that last Christmas I made a pie with all the contents of a Christmas dinner in a pie. One big pie, and I think I did another pie as well. I think I did all-day breakfast pie, everything in a pastry pie. It's all, it's really good. Now, the idea was I was going to do the same again with this stuff. And I went down the co-op, bought some ready-made, I was going to buy some ready-made pastry in a roll. Of course, as soon as I need it, then they've run out, right? But what I've done is I've put some in the freezer, so it'll be ready for when they do get some pastry, and I'll make some pies. I'll be putting some of this pulled pork. I'll be putting all kinds of veg, the usual veg: sweet corn, peas, cabbage, broccoli. Cooking that up, putting it in the pie with the meat, oven, job done. All right. So back to business. Today, all right, let me adjust this. Today I'm going to be making a wrap. Now what I've done is I've taken some of that pulled pork. Now this is the tomato and herb tortilla. Not my favourite. I prefer the plain, but I bought a pack of 8 of them, so I'm sort of stuck with it, right? So there's a line of pulled pork. There's 3 onion rings, and the bell just went off for the mini oven. So there you go. I'll be putting 3 hash browns. Now these have been in for approximately 12 minutes or so. Okay, I didn't want to. What I did, I didn't want to make them too brown, because the idea now is I'm going to put this in the oven. I think it was Del Trotter. I'm fairly certain, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, named who it was, but I believe it was Del Trotter, said that what I ought to do is wrap it up and then wrap it in some foil and put it in the oven. That way it'll heat up and it won't get too dry. Anyway, so here we are. 1 slice of cheese. Now I'm going to put that, sort of like, basically just, I was thinking of just 1 bit of cheese, but I don't know whether that'll be enough now. Alright, there you go. Because the trick is, that's where you're going to be folding the tortilla right there. So you want it all the way, spread it all the way to the top. Otherwise, if you don't put the ingredients at the top, like I've done here, there's some meat from the pork, there's some hash brown and onion and cheese, all the way to the top. If you don't do that, when you go to eat it, you're just going to have a mouthful of tortilla for the first 2 or 3 bites. Okay, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to have 1 slice of cheese, sorry. Okay, what else? I think that's it. Okay, what I'm going to do now is, okay, the usual thing. Okay, actually, I'll do you a close-up, there you go. That's what that looks like, it looks pretty good. Okay, usual thing, fold it up there. Right, because that way you don't want the stuff falling down. Now these have been sitting out for a few days, so I mean they're starting to firm up a little bit, these tortilla wraps. Okay, fold it like that. There you go. I'll turn this over, and then fold it again over like that. So I think you better see that, because from my angle I've got the OK and the play button blocking my hands, but I think you can see that. Okay, now as you can see, there you go, there's a bit of a flap there. So what you do, you turn it over just for a moment, and I'll get some tin foil out. There. I kind of messed up the shape a little bit there, but I think it will do. Okay. So here we go. I think right. It's not going to go that way, so it's definitely going to have to go over here. Bit of tortilla sticking out there to rip the foil. Okay, so just going to fold it over both ends like that. A bit like wrapping up a Christmas present. There you go. So now it's got a nice yeah. There you have it. I don't know how long to put this in for. I'm going to guess at 180. I'm going to put it in for 10 minutes, say. Okay, so there you have it. Just put the whole thing on the tray in the oven. Come back in. Actually, it's all about 8 minutes. Okay, so we'll come back and we'll see if that's been enough time. Okay, the 8 minutes or so is up. And time for the grand unveiling. Now, it feels hot, but it doesn't feel too hot as such. Oh, actually, yeah, the inside is very hot. Oh, shoot. I might have to use a knife and fork on this. Okay, let me just get a knife. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this is very, well, yeah, it's cooling down slightly, but it was very hot a moment ago when you take it out of the foil. Alright, now this would be something different for me as well. Now, so we got pulled pork, onion rings, hash brown. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Not too bad. It's very meaty, but then you saw how much meat I put in there. It definitely needs some kind of sauce. That would be my first impression. To eat on as it is, probably need another slice of cheese as well. Yeah. I can taste the potato. And the onion rings is very meaty. Yeah, definitely some sauce. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some sauce in there. What I'm going to do is put the Hellmann's honey barbecue sauce. Now, they do this for £1 in the co-op. Now, if you can see that. I can't quite open this up. It's sort of like the cheese is sealed. The tortilla closed, but I can get in there in some places. Okay, there you go. So I'll try a section with some sauce in there. Okay, let's go down here again. Yeah, as far as I can tell, that's the only thing that was lacking, because it's very meaty, but it just needs that little bit of sauce. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, that sauce really helps. But let me see. There you go. So that's there you have it. It's a little bit too hot, or at least it was when it first. It's probably after a minute it cools down enough to handle, but it was so hot when I took it out of the oven and out of the foil. It was just too much to handle. Very very interesting. So there you go, just a bit of pulled pork, a couple of scraps out of the freezer, a couple of hashes, a couple of onion rings. But as with everything that I make up here, you can substitute those things for pretty much anything else. You could have put wedges in there, could have put chips in there. Instead of pulled pork, you could have put a bit of mincemeat, some bacon, some sausages. You know. Anyway, just another idea for something to do with some bits and pieces that you got laying around. There you have it. Okay, over here, and I'll put a couple of links up there. Please consider subscribing if you fancy. Hit the bell icon if you do, and if you fancy helping out the channel. I don't know how to do these things with the Twitter and Facebook and whatnot. It's all complicated for me. If you feel like helping out, by all means, get a couple of videos that you like. Not necessarily this one, but further, whatever you like. And if you wouldn't mind posting them, that'd be great. Let the people know. Maybe increase the subscriber count. Anyway, but it'd be helpful if you do. Thank you for watching.